Day.
Very good. Very pleased with the way I felt on the court. Obviously, coming into Wimbledon this year was a little bit of a different circumstances for me because of the knee. I didn't know how everything is going to unfold on the court. Really, practice sessions are quite different than official match play. So I'm just extremely glad that the way I felt today, the way I played, and thank you all for coming out and supporting.
I think the television cameras had more close-ups of your knee than anything else today. I mean, how was it, and how easy was it to believe in your game without having to think about it today?
Well, I try to really focus on the game and not really think too much about the knee. Everything that I could possibly do, I've done along with my team in the last 3.5 weeks in order to give myself a chance to be able to play in front of you here today. So I think if it was for any other tournament, I probably wouldn't risk it, wouldn't rush it as much. I just love Wimbledon, love coming back here.
You expressed that in the lead-up to this event. Was it easy to convince those people around you that this was the place that you had to come back for?
I mean, there was no convincing, really. It was, I think, when I started my rehab. I want to thank my surgeon again. Without him doing his job well, things would be a bit complicated. I had one surgery in my career. It was on my elbow about 6-7 years ago. I've always tried to do everything to avoid surgery, but I've been fortunate, really, probably comparing myself to some other 37-year-olds in our sport or other sports that to be able to play on a highest level for so many years and avoid really any major injuries. I mean, I had injuries like anybody else, but they come and go. It's part of what you do. You just have to accept it, embrace it, and I think Nick Kyrgios is in a commentary box right there, who has been struggling a lot with injuries. So, talking about the major injuries, he has had quite a few. So, as I said, I've been very fortunate. Really be away from the tennis for so long. As an athlete, I empathize with Nick and with anybody that is struggling. It's been, it's tough. You always almost feel helpless. At times that something is, not allowing you to come back to what you love the most, to what you do, and you're not unable to do your profession for sometimes months, years. So there's been quite a few examples, like Andy Murray, obviously today withdrawing, which is a great blow to the tournament. It's unfortunate, really. Great respect to him, all he has done to this on this tournament, in this sport. I just hope he will be able to finish, his career in his terms. It's really unfortunate. I heard he's going to play doubles. Hopefully, he's going to give it another shot next year in singles. I'm just, I just send him my best, and to anybody really struggling out there with injuries. And I could, I was, as I said, it's really hard for me to talk about hard injuries. I came back after 3.5 weeks after surgery, but still, I think it's worth acknowledging all these athletes that are struggling.
Spoken like a champion. Congratulations, Novak Djokovic.
As ever, wonderful words from a wonderful champion. Recognising the struggles of Andy Murray, putting perhaps his injury into perspective.